All right, welcome back to the deep dive. You guys know why we are here. The Arcana season for Torchlight Infinite is here, and hoo boy, you've given me a ton of patch notes to get through.
Yeah, quite a lot to unpack.
But that's what we are here for. We're going to make sure that everyone listening can jump right in, especially for returning players, and figure out what really matters, right?
Yeah.
So let's cut to the chase. The big three changes: the brand new hero trait, the skill rebalancing, and then, of course, all those quality of life improvements. Gotta love those.
Yeah, gotta love those.
Now, I got to start with what I'm most excited about the new hero trait, Iris. The Vigilant Breeze. I'm already seeing some crazy potential here, especially for our Summoner fans.
Mm-hmm. Big Summoner fan myself.
Oh, there you go.
Huge fan.
So this one is right up your alley.
This is going to be, I think, a really popular trait.
Yeah, and why is that?
Well, Summoners in Torchlight Infinite, they've always been, kind of a mainstay. But this really changes things up in a way we haven't seen before. Instead of, your Spirit Magus just kind of, hanging back, supporting you, you actually, fuse with it. You control it directly.
Wait, so I get to, be the Magus?
You become the Magus.
Right.
Yeah, essentially you merge with it.
Whoa.
Take on its skills, you're blasting enemies with its powers. Your own skills are basically swapped out for the Magus's skills, even the ultimate.
Whoa, that's crazy. I mean, I'm already thinking about the combos, all the crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah, you can get really creative.
This opens up, but there's also this breeze mechanic. What is that?
Yeah, so the breeze, it's all about, risk and reward. As your fused Magus uses its life force, you build up these breeze stacks, and the more stacks, the more damage you're dishing out.
So it's a balancing act between going all out and making sure your Magus doesn't, run out of juice too quickly.
Exactly, yeah. Adds another layer of strategy.
That's really interesting.
Which I think a lot of players are going to like. And mastering that is going to be, I think, key to, really unlocking the power of the Vigilant Breeze.
Okay, so fusing with one Magus is already pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, from what I see in the notes, the trait evolves as you level up. Things get even crazier.
Oh, yeah. So, at level 60, you unlock the Happiest Reunion node.
Okay.
And get this, you can fuse with all your active spirit magi at the same time.
Oh, wait, all of them?
All of them.
Oh, my gosh.
It's crazy. I mean, visually, I can only imagine it's going to be spectacular. Not to mention the damage, right?
Yeah.
But there is,
There's a catch.
A catch.
There's always a catch.
There's always a catch, right? So the Warmest Vigilance node also activates at level 60, and this one links your max breeze stacks to the amount of life force being consumed by your magi.
So the more you have, the faster it drains.
Right. So you can't just, summon a horde of magi and just, watch the world burn. You got to be smart about it.
Interesting. So still strategy is key, even with all that going on?
Absolutely. Choosing the right magi, balancing their origins, knowing when to, push forward, when to hold back, it's going to be crucial.
So, okay, my mind's already blown, but there's more, right? Level 75, something about breaking the origin rules.
Yeah, so at 75, you get the Merging Stream node, and basically this lets you bypass the limitations of a Magus's origin. So you can have, say, a Fire Magus benefiting from, cold origin bonuses.
Oh, wow.
The combinations are endless.
So much potential there.
Yeah.
And there's something about life restoration, too.
Yeah, so at 75, there's also the Nurturing Breeze node, and that allows your, life restoration to apply to the Fused Magus as well.
So you're both getting healed.
You're both getting the benefit. So it makes that, that shared survival even stronger.
This is insane. Anyone out there who loves summoners, this new hero trait is, a must-try.
Yeah, I think it's really going to, shake things up in a major way. It's a whole new way to play, almost.
I can't wait to see what crazy combinations people come up with,
Yeah.
People are going to get so creative with this. But before we get too lost in theory crafting, let's move on to the next big thing, the skill rebalancing.
All right, let's do it.
Which is a lot to go through.
It is a lot to go through. Buckle up. Oh, yeah. Get ready. We're jumping head first into a whole wave of skill changes.
Yeah. And it's a lot.
Yeah, it's not just tweaks. It's a full-on overhaul.
Yeah. The patch notes are huge.
Yeah.
But you promised me we'd cut through all the noise.
Yeah.
And focus on what matters most to the players.
Absolutely. The big impacts, I think the overarching goal is really to balance out, some of those high multiplier skills.
Okay.
And kind of encourage a more offensive play style. They've toned down some of the, really defensive options.
So more risk, more reward.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I like that.
Now, you remember Steep Strike, that bonus attack?
Oh, yeah.
That could pack a punch.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say goodbye to the old resource management system. It's all about chance now.
Really? So no more, like, building up that resource carefully.
Yeah. You'll still have a percentage chance to trigger a steep strike with every /strike skill you use.
Yeah.
But that percentage, it's going to be influenced by your gear, your skills, even the new Vigilant Breeze trait.
So there's still strategy involved.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's not just, throwing caution to the wind.
Okay.
It's about understanding those factors.
Gotcha.
About maximizing those odds.
Yeah. I like that. It adds a little bit of unpredictability. A little more excitement, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of excitement, let's talk about, everyone's favorite
The booms.
area of effect damage.
Area of effect.
The big explosions, clearing out mobs, all that good stuff. They've reduced the shotgun effect decay.
Okay, shotgun effect decay. Can you refresh my memory on what exactly that is?
So basically, with some spread shot skills, the damage of each projectile would decrease the further it traveled. That's the shotgun effect decay.
Right.
So they've toned that down, which means...
So does that mean spread shot builds are back?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Especially for those large groups of enemies.
That's music to my ears.
Yeah.
I love me some AoE. Now, are there any, standout skill changes we should talk about?
Yeah, let's talk about Burning Shot. It's gotten a huge upgrade.
Okay.
It's not just about setting things on fire anymore. We're talking full-on area explosions on impact.
Whoa, Burning Shot just went supernova.
It's pretty wild.
I can't wait to see that.
Ugh.
Any other iconic skills getting a makeover?
Icebound Beam has taken a bit of a hit in the damage department.
Oh, no. Icebound Beam is, one of my go-tos.
Yeah, I know, but,
It's about balance, though, right?
it's all about balance.
So we'll see how that plays out.
I mean, who knows? This might lead to some, really interesting
Yeah.
new Icebound Beam
These
builds.
synergies we haven't thought of.
Exactly.
Got to find the silver lining.
Always.
What about Thunderbolt Overload? What's going on with that one?
Thunderbolt Overload has seen some adjustments to its projectile behavior. You'll have to play around with it to
Okay.
really get a feel for it, but it's definitely still a strong skill.
Okay, good to know. And what about support skills? Any interesting changes there? Reworks, buffs?
Raging Slash and Harvest Time have both gotten some love in this patch.
Okay.
So I think, I'm really interested to see what kind of new synergies emerge from those.
I'm excited to dive in and see what I can cook up. Anything else? Anything else about the skill changes?
We should mention channeled skills.
Okay.
They got some tweaks. And the way Spirit Magus size scales with growth has been adjusted.
Okay.
So nothing too crazy, but,
Is that to keep in mind
something to keep in mind.
as you're building?
Yeah.
Okay, so just as massive as the new hero trait.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We've got Steep Strike relying on chance, Shotgun Effect, Decay, Toned Down, Burning Shot, getting explosive, plus tons of other changes.
Yeah. It's going to be a wild ride, that's for sure.
And then you throw in the new hero trait on top of that.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be crazy. The combinations are endless.
Endless.
Well, I think let's move on to something a little less explosive, but just as important. Let's talk quality of life improvements.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a little break from all that combat talk, all the crazy, intense stuff.
Yeah.
And dive into something a little more relaxing.
A little more chill.
Yeah, but don't worry, we're not slacking off here. We're talking about quality of life improvements.
Oh, yeah. These are important.
Got to have them.
These are they might not be as flashy as a new hero trait or a skill revamp, but...
They make such a difference, though.
Oh, they can make a huge difference in your, day-to-day Torchlight life.
It's like cleaning out that closet you've been putting off.
Yes.
Finally getting organized.
Exactly.
Yeah. And speaking of organization, let's start with the trade house. I know I'm not the only one who gets lost in there for hours. Just scrolling and scrolling, trying to find that perfect item.
The trade house can be a labyrinth.
Oh, it can be.
Wow.
Well, good news.
Good news.
It's gotten a major makeover.
A much-needed makeover.
So, what can we expect?
Well, think improved sorting, search history, price checking, and get this, you can use multiple filters at the same time.
What?
Yeah.
So no more endless scrolling.
No more trying to remember what you searched for 5 minutes ago.
Oh, that's a lifesaver.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've missed out on a good deal because, I couldn't find what I was looking for.
Oh, it happens to the best of us.
It does. It does. Okay, another thing that I always found kind of annoying was managing pack spirits across multiple characters.
Oh,
It just felt like I was constantly tweaking, reconfiguring.
Yeah.
Any good news on that front?
Good news. Pack spirit configurations are now tied to your account storage.
Okay.
So when you switch characters, your setup comes along for the ride.
Wait, are you serious? So no more like messing around with loadouts every time I want to try a different build.
Just swap characters. You're good to go.
That's amazing. Streamlined. So the little things,
Yeah, the little things make a big difference.
Sometimes those are the things that matter most. Sounds like the devs are really paying attention
I think so.
to player feedback, which is great. What else did they do to make our lives easier?
The path of progression also got some love.
Ah, yes, the path of progression.
You know that system that tracks your progress, you get rewards?
I love the path of progression.
Yeah, it's great.
But sometimes I find it a little
confusing.
Yeah. A little confusing. So what exactly has changed?
Well, the interface is it's much clearer now.
Okay.
More intuitive. You can see exactly what rewards you'll get for, completing specific stages.
Away.
And the system will even keep track of objectives you haven't accepted yet.
Oh, wow.
So you don't miss out on goodies.
That's great. So no more guesswork.
No more guesswork. It's all right there for you.
Fantastic. Now, what about the Netherrealm? Any tweaks or changes down there?
Yeah, definitely some stuff to keep in mind. The talent constellations have been rebalanced, offering some, interesting new synergies. And the compass system
Ooh, new compasses.
has some new additions,
Yeah.
Might point you towards some incredible loot.
I am all about treasure hunting,
Mm-hmm.
so I like the sound of that. And what about fluorescent memories? Any changes there?
Oh, yeah, you bet. A bunch of new ones to discover.
Yep.
And some old favorites have been adjusted.
Nice. Got to keep things fresh.
Exactly. So it's worth, diving back in there and seeing what treasures you can find.
Okay, so big picture time. This Arcana season is bringing a ton of changes to Torchlight Infinite.
Oh, yeah. Huge changes.
We've got that crazy new hero trait, the Vigilant Breeze, lets you fuse with your spirit magi, unleash all kinds of crazy combos.
Yeah. We've got a full skill rebalancing that's going to shake up the meta.
Absolutely.
Make everyone rethink their builds.
Yeah.
And then we've got, of course, all the quality of life improvements.
Can't forget about those.
A revamped trade house, streamlined pack spirit management, easier to use path of progression. The devs have really listened to the players.
They've done a fantastic job, I think.
Made the game more enjoyable.
Yeah.
I'm blown away by all the stuff they put in this season.
It's a lot. It's really exciting, to see the game constantly
Yeah.
evolving and improving.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am so ready to jump in
Oh, yeah. I'm itching to get in there.
and explore all this for myself.
Absolutely.
So for all of you listening, get ready. This Arcana season, it's going to be something special.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Get out there, experiment, discover new builds,
Most importantly,
have fun.
have fun. Exactly. That's what it's all about. Well, that's it for this deep dive, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for listening.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive into the latest gaming news and updates. Until then, happy hunting.